Hey guys, this is Luis Moreno here with Simply Health Insurance Agency. All right, I got a very, very good agent question. And the question is this: ACA consent forms. How do I get them? I've got different ways to get them. And is the consent form all that I have to collect? Okay. And then she proceeded by asking me, Luis, look, I don't know if this will work, but I did collect the consent verbally from them, but I didn't record it. Will that work? All right, I'm going to answer all those questions here. As soon as you comment, like, and please subscribe to my channel and help me grow it. Guys, we're almost to 5,000 subscribers. I would truly love your support. So subscribe to my channel and support me by spreading the word about my channel. All right, so let's talk about the consent form. What is the requirement and how do we capture it? So here is what I'm going to do. I'm going straight to Health Sherpa. And question number one, the consent, managing this consent. So there's new rules that were put out earlier or late in 2023 that this consent actually is two parts. The first part is the initial consent. Okay, this is when you're going to start searching on the marketplace for a client. And then there is the review of all the data that you put into the application and them confirming this, right? So here is first, well, I guess let's do this. I'm going to share with you. Let me get out of here and I'm going to share with you, okay, the actual CMS guidelines on this so that you have an idea of what I am talking about. So CMS, when they put this bulletin out, they didn't give us any specifics, okay? So let's take a look at, let me make this a little bit bigger, and I'm going to share this screen now. So here is what CMS said, okay? So in their document that they put out, they said, look, you just have to capture it, okay? But we're not going to give you the method as to how you should capture it. But we're going to tell you that a recorded phone call will work. A text message will work. An email will work. An electronic document with document signatures will work, as well as a physical document with wet signatures. Okay, so they put that out. Then there was an update to this, and the update, so here's the update. So they updated this and they made this consent a two-event scenario. So the first event is you can gather data, you can run quotes, you can do everything on Health Sherpa, whatever platform you're using. But as soon as you're going to hit search the marketplace and you're going to plug in their name, their date of birth, and their state, that is what is called the first event. This is the first event. This is the first event that would need to be captured in documentation created and retained by the agent. Okay, so this one needs to be done before. Okay, now let's say whatever manner you get it, and I'm going to show you what different methods you can do this, but however you get it, you have to capture the consent. Then once they give you the consent, you can hit enter, you can search them if they have an app. If they don't have an app, you can create the app, okay? And you start plugging away all the data that you collected. Then you're going to get to the end, and you're going to see what's called a print screen, okay? A finalize. I print that as a PDF and I email it or text it to my insured. Then I send them the second portion of this consent, which I call the confirmation stage. At this point, the insured is going to confirm all the data that you entered. Okay, so that has to be a separate time-stamped event. And naturally, it has to happen after you get the initial consent. Okay, so, okay, here we go. So the next timestamped communication showing when the consumer provided the consent, and a second timestamped communication showing when the consumer attested to having reviewed and confirmed the accuracy of the eligibility application information in their app. So again, two timestamped events. The ways that we can capture it, okay? So let's go back. We know that there's different ways that you can capture this consent. When you're in Health Sherpa, guys, you have the ability for Health Sherpa to help you collect this. So you can you can get Health Sherpa to email a digital consent to your client. You can upload your consent, or you can just tell them that I have proof. I always do this, I have proof, okay? Because I want to capture it and I want to retain it. So on this consent form, I'm going to click on this one. Okay, so CMS requires you collect written consent. So here are your three options, all right? Let's go here. Oh, here's what I wanted to see. I wanted to show you what this digital consent looks like. So please grant consent to continue enrolling in healthcare. So dear so-and-so, Luis Moreno is requesting your consent so that they can help you with your health insurance enrollment. To continue with your enrollment, you must give your agent consent to work on your behalf. So grant consent. And so here it is. They go on here, I, John Smith, give permission to Luis Moreno, and then here's all the information. And then they sign it, and it's the date's going to be on here, and then they submit it. So you can get Health Sherpa to do this for you. Perfect. Okay, nothing wrong with that. It's 100% okay. Now, the way that I do it is I do a different way. So I have a CRM that I have been recommending to you for you guys to use. Okay, this is my preferred CRM. I tell you guys, this is the one that you want to use all the time. So with this CRM here that you're looking at, I go in here and I put the agent's information. Okay, then ask for ACA consent. So I've got different ways that you can do it, and you can text it or you can email it. Don't worry about these other ones. This belongs to my wife, but it's the same form. So here I texted it to myself. So be sure to reply with I consent. They open up the consent form, and here's the entire consent form. And then look, I texted this to me a few minutes ago, and I'm going to type back. Let's go back to the CRM so you can see it. Okay, I'm going to type back I consent. Okay, I type it, and here you'll see it just popped up. Beautiful. Okay, so I've got this and I'm ready to rock and roll. Now what I'm going to do is I've captured my first one. Now, if you captured it by you recording the phone call, if you emailed them the form and they signed it, digital signatures, however it is you captured it, you have to capture it. Unfortunately, capturing it through a phone call without recording it is not going to work. Sorry about that. So I get back on the phone and recapture that consent. Now you go through your application and you get to the next section, which where you get to the very end, where now you're going to collect the final portion. Okay. So on this final portion, let's see here, application review consent. So on here now, consent within the enrollment flow. After completing the application and selecting a plan, agents will have the opportunity to collect proof of review from their client on the confirmed plan screen. This is the second part of the active consent required by CMS. You will have the option to email a review link to your client, upload proof of your review, or in case of non-referring agent, indicate that you kept the review in your own records. CMS requires your client to review their app, attestations, and plan selection. So now, how would you like to proceed? You can send this to the insured via email, or you can upload your proof, okay? So you enroll in the plan. So the client gets an email, and let's look at what this email looks like. So the email is this. So dear John, you're almost enrolled in health insurance. Just review the app. So they click here, this opens up, they enter their data to verify it, and then the application pulls up with the plan they selected and all the information on their app and the attestations. Then they sign it and we're good to go. So you can use Health Sherpa. There's nothing wrong with you guys doing that, okay? So know that. But if you're going to use a CRM, this is the way I do it. And I'm going to show you live what that looks like, okay? So let's get back in here. Let's go back to the CRM. So now I'm at the very end, and I'm going to hit confirm here. First, I'm going to take the file and I'm going to send it to him. I'm just going to do that right now because I don't have it. But I would go here to the CMS. There's a clip, a paper clip. Open that. I attach the document. I send it. Then once I send it, I'm going to click here on ACA info confirmation, and I'm going to hit save. And then I get an additional email. It says we're reaching the final stage. Take a moment to verify all the information is correct. I go to my phone. I review the app. I check it. Once I know everything is right, I come back with I confirm. I got it, and now I can complete this thing. Beautiful thing to have. Also, if you noticed here, everything is timestamped, guys. You have a stamp here of the time. As the days go by, you'll have the date. So you'll have the ability to have this completely timestamped. And so if somebody asks you for it, you've got it. Okay. You can also do this. So let's check this out. This is why I love my CRM. Okay. So you can also, on the CRM, call. So getting the phone call from my CRM, answer it. Okay, I've just muted it. Testing 1, 2, 3, testing 1, 2, 3. I'm done. Yes, I give my confirmation. Yes, I give my consent. You're the best agent in the world. Go ahead and get me enrolled. I'm done. I hang up. Now look at what happens. Soon as that is done, down here you will notice I've got a copy of the recording. I can download it. I can listen to it. It is here, guys. And it's now a recorded consent and confirmation. So various ways that you can get it. I will just tell you this, guys, don't play around with this. Make sure that you're collecting consent and confirmation on all of your enrollments. You don't want to get in trouble with CMS. ACA is beautiful. There's a lot of business that can be written with ACA. All right, guys, thank you. Oh, and I always forget. Don't forget, I got a lot of goodies for you. Number one is I have my ACA 101 course. I have my agent CRM link if you want to get that so that you can have a CRM, which is a must-have tool for all the agents. I've got my Facebook ad course that I promote. This lady helped me set mine up. It's a great course. I think the number one thing between a successful agent and one that can't make any money is leads. You want to generate your leads. It's down there. And if you're viewing this between the week of May 21st through May 28th, there is a $500 promo. Click on my link and you will get $500 off the regular price. All right. So again, thank you so much. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.